Hello traders, welcome back to my channel, PureForeX. My name is PureHEART Mengate. In this video, I'm going to teach you the second Fantastic 5 setup called SNRC2 setup. SNRC2 setup means support and resistance continuation type 2. SNRC2 setup basically is a combination of basic support and resistance and basic supply and demand. All right. So SNRC2 setup is a siblings to SNRC1 setup. Guys, if you haven't watched my video on SNRC1 setup, check it out on my channel. Make sure you watch the video till the end and hit the like button. All right. So like I said, SNRC2 setup is a siblings to SNRC1 setup. And SNRC2 setup is also a continuation setup category, which means that whenever this setup presents itself on the chart, it supports a trend continuation or continuation of a trend. So without much ado, guys, let us look at the standard operating procedures in identifying SNRC2 setup. So now we have on the screen here SNRC2 setup for buy formula and SNRC2 setup for sell formula. All right. So now let's start with SNRC2 buy formula. Let's look at the standard operating procedures together. Let me zoom it a bit. All right. Okay. Fine. So the first procedures to look at is find the entry point, drop base rally. This is, guys, this is what? Drop base rally. All right. So procedures 2, resistance has to be within the entry point drop base rally. This is a strong resistance here. This is a strong resistance, and this strong resistance has to be within the drop base rally zone. All right. So if you don't know about strong resistance, how to identify a strong resistance, I did a video on basic support and resistance. Check it out on my channel. Watch the video and learn how to identify basic support and resistance so that you'll be able to understand what I mean by strong support and strong resistance. So this strong support here this strong resistance has to be within the drop base rally. All right, so let's look at the third procedure. The third procedure here is must break through resistance. Look at it here, must break through resistance. So this is the first resistance. Price break this resistance, come back again, give us a rally, drop base rally, break another resistance. So we have first resistance broken, second resistance broken. This is what SNRC2 setup, all right? So, and the full procedures to follow is to, once you identify your SNRC2 setup, you go to the higher time frame to look for what? Confirmation. Guys, all the setup I have been teaching on my channel, we look for confirmation on a higher time frame. Why do we need confirmation? We need confirmation for us to have confidence in taking the trade without fear or favor. Guys, let me give you an example. We have to make sure that the drop base rally here, let's come back to this this second procedures, which says resistance has to be within the entry point drop base rally. It's very important. This strong resistance has to be within the drop base rally zone. Let me give you an example. We don't want to consider this. All right. So we don't want to consider this as a SNRC2 setup. So this is a drop base rally, and this drop base rally is not within the strong resistance. So this drop base rally has to be within the strong resistance has to be within the drop base rally. In this case, we can't consider this as a SNRC2 setup. Guys, you have to take note. We want to see the drop base rally like this within what? Within the strong resistance, aligned with what? The drop base rally. It can also go below it like this, but what we have to ensure, or what you have to ensure, is that the strong resistance has to be within the drop base rally. All right, before we can consider that as what? SNRC2 setup. So guys, take note of that. So let's go further. So let's look at SNRC2 sell formula, all right? So this is SNRC2 sell formula. Let's look at the standard operating procedure as well. So first, the first procedure, find the entry point, rally-based drop. This is the rally-based drop. Guys, if you don't know basic supply and demand, I think you have to go and watch another video to learn about the types of supply and types of demand for you to be able to understand this SNRC2 setup formula, all right? If you have a basic knowledge in support and resistance and supply and demand, you'll be able to understand all my setup, all right? Because this setup happen in all time frame, happen week in, week out. So it is very important we know this setup so that we'll be able to take advantage whenever the market present this setup, all right? So I am going to drop a video on basic support, basic supply and demand, so that you guys, for the beginner, you guys can learn the basic support and basic supply and demand and be able to know the types of supply and the types of demand. All right, let's continue. So this is the rally-based drop, right? They say support has to be procedures too. Support has to be within the entry point rally-based drop. This is a strong support here. This strong support has to be within the rally-based drop. Guys, like I give you an example, we don't want, if the strong support is not within the rally-based drop, it is not an SNRC2 setup, guys. It is not an SNRC2 setup. So you have to take note of this. Then procedures 3 must break through support. Look at the first strong support here, broken by price. Price break this support, come back up, give us some rally-based drop, break the second support here. So once this happens on the chart, it is called SNRC2 setup. So we expect price to come back to this point, then we sell. The same thing goes here. When this happens on the chart, we expect price to come back here so that we can buy, all right? So, and also you have to go to, having identified your SNRC2 setup, you have to go to the higher time frame, which is the last procedure, to look for what? To look for bearish engulfing candle, as the case may be. Either you look for a bearish engulfing candle as confirmation, or you look for a full body momentum candle as confirmation. But 80 to 85% of the time, price give us bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing candle as confirmation, as the case may be. But sometimes you will go to the higher time frame, you won't be able to find a bullish or a bearish engulfing, but we can use a full body candle to be able to use it as a confirmation for us to get the confidence, to have the confidence for us to take that trade without fear or favor, right? So this is the standard operating procedures in identifying SNRC2 setup. Guys, now, having identified SNRC2 setup, having learned the procedures, the standard operating procedures, let's go to the Forex chart. Let me show you some of the example of SNRC2 setup, all right? So like I said, I trade AUD, USD, GPB, USD, and Go. I trade 3 pairs, and I'm happy with it. All right, so let's go to AUD, USD. So, all right. So this is AUD, USD. Let's go to H4. All right, so let me show you, let me give an example. So let's zoom the chart. Guys, make sure you watch this video to the end because I'm going to show you how I look at this setup as a day trader, all right? So this is H4. Let me show you SNRC2 on H4 time frame. SNRC2 setup. So as you can look at the chart here, I'm seeing SNRC2 setup, guys. like all this setup I've been teaching, you have to sharpen your eyes. You have to train your eyes to spot them. You have to train your eyes to be able to see them whenever the market present them before you. Because if you don't sharpen your eyes, if you don't train your eyes to see all these amazing, fantastic 5 setup, you won't be able to know when they happens. You know, we want to catch them fresh, right? So let me show you. This is SNRC2. So first of all, once you see SNRC2, you change to the line chart. Let's go to the line chart. So you change to the line chart, you pick your toe. I mean, your line, you mark you have to identify the strong support. I mean, this is SNRC2 setup for buy. This is buy example, right? You have to identify a strong resistance. This is our strong resistance. Let me zoom it again. This is the strong resistance, guys. This is strong resistance. You mark our strong resistance. Then you look at this strong resistance. This is a drop-based rally. This drop-based rally is within the strong resistance. Just like, remember the standard operation procedure for SNRC2 buy setup, right? Or buy formula. So let's go back to candlestick. All right, so you have to, when you come back to candlestick, you have to pick your box to mark. We mark it like this. So we connect from the strong resistance, we extend it to where we want our price to come back and react. So let's change this box to my favorite color. This is setup, blue color, right? I use blue as my setup. Is it blue or whatever, guys? So yeah, so let me zoom it again. This is SNRC2 setup, guys. So this is the strong support. Price break this support, come back or give us some price created drop base rally, right? So break another support. When we mark like this, we expect price to come back to this point, then we buy, right? This is a nice SNRC2 setup example on the chart. And this setup happened in all time frame. It happened in even M1, 1 minute time frame, 5 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame, 30 minutes time frame, 1 hour time frame, H4, daily, monthly time frame, even yearly, 6 month, 3 months time frame. This setup happened. In fact, all the fantastic setup happen in all time frames, and they happen every week. The market cannot be traveling down. When the market is going in a downtrend or the market is moving in an uptrend, it must create one of these fantastic 5 setup. That is why it is very important, guys, to identify this setup, to know this setup, to train yourself to be able to identify this setup anytime, any day, in any time frame. I am here to teach you what is working, and this is what I'm trading, guys. I'm not here to just come and teach you for just to create a YouTube account for me to come here, get subscription. No, I am here to extend this knowledge to you guys, especially the struggling traders who doesn't know how the chart work. All right, so you have to take my channel serious. You have to support my channel. You have to hit the subscribe button, guys. You have to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure you share this video. All right, just support me, guys. So let's continue. This is SNRC2 setup. So let's go to what we have to do now is to go to the higher time frame to look for what? To look for confirmation. Don't forget that we have to, before we expect price to come back here, we buy, we have to look for what? We have to go to the higher time frame to look for bullish engulfing as confirmation, or a full body candle as confirmation. This gives us confidence to take the trade. All right. So let's go to, this happened in H4. So let's go to the daily time frame, these guys. So this is the daily time frame. Let's look for confirmation. And we see the setup. Where is the setup? Okay. So in this case, guys, we can't find bullish engulfing as confirmation, right? This is a full body candle. This is what I mean. What does this candle tell you? It tells us as a price action sharpshooter, as a price action traders, because we understood the language of the market, because the only language that the market understood is price action, right? So if you understand price action, you understand what the chart is presenting to you anytime. So this full body candle, this momentum candle, tell us the strength of buyers in that market. So we go to H4, we saw SNRC2 setup. We come to the higher time frame to look for confirmation. We saw this this fully body candle, full momentum candle. This tells us the strength of the buyers in the market. And I told you that SNRC2 setup is a trend continuation setup. It's a continuation setup, which means that that SNRC2 setup support trend continuation. It tells us that a trend is likely to continue going up. That is the meaning of continuation setup, right? So once we spot something like this, it gives us confidence. This is a full body candle as confirmation. It gives us confidence for us to take that trade without fear or favor, right? Let me show you more example. Let's go to GPB USD, guys. So this is GPB USD. Okay, I have this setup here already on GPB USD. So this is, let me delete it and mark it again for you to learn, guys. What I'm teaching you, if you are getting value in this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe and hit the like button, guys. Subscribe, just support me, guys. And make sure you take this setup I'm teaching you, take it seriously, go to the chart, look for them, because you cannot just watch my video one time and go to the chart and be able to spot this setup. You have to train yourself. Trading is not hard, but trading is easy, but it's not hard. I can't say it's hard, but it's not an easy task. It's a game of practice. So when you watch a particular video on YouTube, it will look so simple. But for you to apply the application of what we have been watching on YouTube, or the application of what our mentor has been teaching us into the live market, is where the problem lies. So for you to perfect and be able to apply what you have been learning in Forex, it's a game of practice. You have to practice, you have to backtest. You understand? Go to the chart, look out for this setup I'm teaching you. Try to mark it just like we have seen the standard operating procedures in identifying SNRC2 setup, right? So now let's identify this SNRC2 setup daily. This is an example for sell. So this happened, first of all, I spotted this SNRC2 setup last month, August, and I was on this trade seriously. I make massive profit on this particular setup on daily time frame, but I always go to the lower time frame to take my trade. I am not a swing trader. I'm a day trader, so I don't take trade from the higher time frame. My favorite time frame of entering is M15. If I go highest, M30. All right. So, but for the purpose of this video, for the purpose of this SNRC2 setup, I have to show you, because I told you it happened in all time frame, right? So let's mark it out. So we have to change to the line chart. So once you change to the line chart, we mark the strong support. This is the strong support, the sharp V. This is the strong support. So we mark this strong support. Price come back, break this support, right? Break this support, go back or give us a rally-based drop. All right, this is the daily time frame. So let's go back to the candlestick. So this is the rally-based drop, guys. So let's mark it out. So we have to mark it like this. So we expect price to come back here then we sell. So now, before we expect price to come back, we have to go to the higher time frame to look for bearish engulfing as confirmation, or full body candle as confirmation, right? So let's go to the higher time frame. This happened on daily time frame. So let's go to the weekly time frame to look for confirmation. All right. So now this is what, guys? This is bearish engulfing. You see what I told you? I teach you guys what I'm teaching you, work magic. All right. So this is the weekly time frame. What can we see here? We are seeing a bearish engulfing candle as confirmation. So once we see this bearish engulfing candle as confirmation, it gives us a lot of confidence for us to take this particular trade without fear or favor. Guys, this setup I'm teaching you, work magic. This setup happening every week, week in, week out. That is why you need to join my free Telegram channel. I will put the link of my Telegram channel on the description of this video. You can also follow me on my Instagram and see what I do on daily and weekly basis. I will also put the link of my Instagram on the description of this video. Guys, have to follow me. You have to learn this setup. It's not hard, okay? If you can't do it yourself, you can, contact me for mentorship. I'm going to change the way you look at the chart, guys. I'm not here to post lifestyle. I'm here to teach you knowledge. I'm here to teach you things that work in the market, all right? So let's go back to the daily time frame where we spot SNRC2 setup. Okay. So So let me show you this setup on my Telegram channel. It happened last month. So let me show you. Yeah. This was zoom it. Yeah. I think that day there was news. Last month, I think there was news. So I know that when you get to this point, wow, it's going to drop. It's going to drop. So I've already set my pending order. I go to the lower time frame. I set my pending order, waiting for price to come back. There was news that day. The news was bullish. I know that the news cannot break this SNRC because I have a confirmation on the higher time frame. So my confidence is strong enough for me to set my pending order. I know that GU is going to drop. So let me show you the outcome of it. As GU get to this point, it started dropping. This is the daily candle. The daily candle turned back to the bearish candle, right? I think this is the final result. I was on that particular setup, on that particular trade for the whole day. I made a lot of profit. I make up to 7%. I made up to 7 to 8% on that particular setup on GU last month. So I just decided to show you, because what I'm teaching you on this channel is what I'm trading, guys. So you don't have to take my channel for granted. You need to support me by hitting the subscribe button. Subscribe. I need to get at least 100 subscribers on this particular video so that it will motivate me to, drop other amazing price action content. All right. Because I told you I'm a price action sharpshooter. So let's go back to the chart. So let me show you another example of SNRC2. So let's go to H4 time frame. So, okay. Yeah, this is, like I told you guys, you have to train your eyes. This is H4. Let's identify SNRC2 setup on H4 GU. So this is SNRC2 setup. Guys, can you see what I'm seeing on the chart? So this is SNRC2 setup. Let me mark it. So what you have to do is to go to, unlike me, I can mark it like that because I understand the strong support and strong resistance, right? But for the purpose of beginner or for the purpose of you learning this setup for the first time, to make things easier for you, you have to go to change it. First of all, go to the line chart. When you go to the line chart, we can see a strong support here. So we mark our line there. This is a strong support. You know, when price break this support down, break this support, go back up, give us a rally based drop, break another support. Guys, let's go back to candlestick. So this is strong support. So let's mark it. Guys, this is how you mark it. This first support broken by price. The second support, price break this support, went back up, give us a rally based drop. Guys, break another support. So when this happened on H4 time frame, this is what we call SNRC2 setup, right? This is a SNRC2 sell setup. So when this happened, I know that when price make mistake to come back up, I'm going to sell this market. I'm going to sell without fear or favor. But I will also not forget to go to the higher time frame to look for my confirmation, because confirmation is always going to give me confidence. It's always going to convince me that, yes, this SNRC2 setup, when price come back to where we expect to sell, is going to play out, guys. So let's go to, this is H4. Let's go to daily and look for confirmation. What is going to be our confirmation? Our confirmation is going to be bearish engulfing, right? So let's look for confirmation. Wow. Wow. This is this, we can't say this one is a bearish engulfing, but this is a full momentum, full body candle, right? This particular one, this full body candle. As a price action sharpshooter, when you see a full body candle on a higher time frame like this, it shows us the strength of sellers in the market. It shows us the strength that sellers are coming to push this market downward. That is why we are looking for higher time frame confirmation. I'm changing you right now to a price action sharpshooter, guys. So when we come to the higher time frame, this is what we found here. This is a full body momentum candle as confirmation. This momentum candle signal us, is the language of this momentum candle here tells us that sellers are coming into the market. What happened? Price come back to that point, it sell massively, guys. If you enter this trade on a lower time frame, you are going to come out with at least 4 to 5 to 6%. All right. So guys, if you are getting value on this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. So let's go back to H4. I'm going to show you something before I end this video. So let me show you. Okay, let's delete this one, guys. Now let me show you this beautiful setup on a lower time frame, because I've been showing you SNRC2 setup on a higher time frame. I've shown you on H4. I've shown you on daily. But personally, I look out for this setup on a lower time frame. As a day trader, I look at this setup on a lower time frame for me to, because this setup is a price action signal for me. That is my signal. Once I see those setup, price is communicating to me that it's time to start buying or it's time to start selling, depending on the direction I am looking for, depending on whether I'm a seller that day or I'm a buyer that day, right? Let me show you this setup on a lower time frame so that you will know. Let's go to M30. Okay, this is okay, let's go to M30, guys. Yeah, let's remove this one. Let me show you. Let's go to M15. So this is yeah. What can you see here? Let me remove this one, then mark it again. This is M15 time frame, guys. So this is M15 time frame. So I was doing something that day. So when I came to the chart, I saw this SNRC2. So this, I think, probably was around this point here. When I spotted, because this SNRC2 setup, in fact, if all the setup I'm trading, they have become like a second nature because I've been trading this setup for a very long time. Shout out to my mentor, Chichanora, the founder of Bastra. God bless you, ma. So I have been trading this setup and they are like my second nature, all right? So I spot this SNRC2 setup on M15 time frame. So let's mark it as usual. So we mark it like this. We go to the line chart. We mark this strong resistance. This is a strong resistance, right? So go back to, this is strong resistance. Price break this resistance, come back, give us drop base rally, break the second resistance, right? That is SNRC2 setup, guys. So let's go back to candlestick. So we mark it like this. So when we mark it like this, the next thing you got to do is to look for what? Confirmation on the higher time frame. On that particular day, I was looking for, on H4, GU was showing me bullish movement, right? So I was looking to buy. So this, since I was looking to buy, when I spot this SNRC2 setup, I know it's time for me to get in. So I quickly, I think I made this setup forming when this candle was here. So I quickly set my pending order and price did wonders. Guys, let me show you this setup on my channel. I'm not just here to preach. Let me show you proof on my channel, guys, before I end this video. That is SNRC2 setup M15, right? Let me show you on my channel. You have to join my channel, guys. You have to join my channel. You can be on my channel and learn a lot of things, guys. If you can't spot this setup on your own, if you can't learn it on your own, if you don't know how to apply this setup and trade profitably, then you have to subscribe for my mentorship. It's the cheapest mentorship so far, guys. You have to subscribe. I will also put my phone number, my WhatsApp number. You can contact me for a mentorship, guys. Let me show you that setup. Yes, this is okay. Yeah, guys, this is the setup. You see, I'm not just here to make noise. I'm teaching you what I'm trading personally because these Fantastic Five are very profitable setup. You don't need to learn a lot of English in trading. Trading is simple. It's just that some people make it so complicated, right? This is SNRC2 setup, and this is how I mark it. You know, I set my pending order, and this is the result, guys. This particular setup before, this is the result after, right? And you know, you bought the whole of that day, guys. So this is what SNRC2 setup means. You have to learn the standard operating procedures to identify SNRC2 setup. So guys, we have come to the end of this video. I believe and I pray this video benefits you. Like I always said, without devotion, there is no transformation. No matter what you are devoted to, it is the quality of your devotion which will transform you, guys. Hit the like button. Before you go, make sure you subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Bye.